For my next trick, I will need the 2 red and the 2 black aces, and of course a shuffle pack of playing cards. Now for this trick, I also need a card selected. So can you say stop? Stop right here, okay. So in this case, you stop me at this card, the 5 of diamonds. So we can take the card and we can lose it somewhere in the middle of the pack, like so. Now for this trick, I also need the 2 red aces, because they will help me in a minute, okay? So in this case, I have here, of course, the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds. Now I'm going to take the 2 red aces and I put them right over here so you can see them the whole time, okay? Now, I am going to give the deck some more cards because I don't want you to think that I memorized the order of the cards or something like that. So I give the deck some cards. Now I also need the 2 black aces because I have to put them facing up into the facing down deck, like so. Okay, now if you want I can show you the cards one more time, so I don't want you to think that I did something sneaky. Okay, so they are still in the middle of the pack. Now, I want the 2 black aces to sandwich the selected card in a very special way. So let's try it. It takes me only a little snap, and it should already happen. The 2 black aces. Oh, there is no card in between them. Okay, I think I know how to fix the problem. I told you that the 2 black aces will sandwich the card, and that's the reason why I have here the 2 red aces. Now, if the 2 red aces are here, that means that I have right over here the 2 black aces, and they're of course sandwiching one card, which just happens to be, yes, you're right, the selected card, the 5 of diamonds. So that's a trick. I hope you enjoyed, and by the way, this trick is a great trick by Great Taylor 0. He did the performance for it, and he asked me if I can do the tutorial, so I wanted to show you my performance and tutorial for it. So that's it, I hope you enjoyed, and now to the tutorial. So for this trick, you will need the 2 red aces, and you will need 2 times the ace of clubs and 2 times the ace of spades. Now, you take the ace of clubs, put it on top, and the ace of spades on the bottom of the pack, okay, and you put the remaining cards on the table. So you separate the colors, the 2 black ones here and the 2 red ones here. To start with the trick, you give the deck a quick shuffle, but you have to keep the cards on the bottom and on top. Now the spectator should select the card, for example, the 6 of spades. As the spectator is looking at the card, you have to catch a break above the bottom 2 cards, like so, and you transfer it to a thumb break. Now you swing cut the top half of the pack and you put the 6 of spades on top. As you flip over the 6 of spades, you have to drop the 2 cards on top of it. So it would look like this. As you flip it over, you drop the 2 cards on top, okay? Now you take the top card, they think it's a selection, but it's not, and you lose it in the deck, okay? Now if you did it right, you should have on top of the pack the selected card sandwiched in between the 2 black aces, like so. Now you say to the spectator that you will need the 2 red aces, and as you are saying this, you have to catch a break underneath the top 3 cards, okay, like so. Now as you square up the 2 red aces, you steal the cards above the break, so you have your 5 cards, okay, and you take the top red ace, put it facing down on the bottom, and the same thing with the next ace. Okay, so you have here now 5 facing down cards. Now you can drop the cards on top of the pack and you take the top 2 cards. Okay, and the spectator thinks that you have here the 2 red aces. Okay, but you have here actually the selected card and one of the black aces. Now you say that you will put them right over here, and as you are doing this, you secretly catch a break underneath the top card, like so. Now as you square up the 2 cards, you steal the card above the break, so you have here 3 cards. And you side jog the bottom card a little bit, so it looks like you have your 2 cards. Now you say to the spectator that you have to give the deck some more cards, because you don't want them to think that you memorize the order of the cards or something like that. And as you're saying this, you catch a break underneath the top 2 cards. Okay, you transfer it to a thumb break, because you have to perform the Brownie reversal. So you take the bottom half of the pack, put it facing up on top, and take the remaining cards underneath the break and do the same thing. Okay, so if you did it right, you should have a facing up deck with 2 facing down cards on the bottom. Now you only have to double undercut the top card to the bottom because you have to cover the 2 red aces. Okay, like so. Now you flip over the deck, so you have your facing down deck, and you take the 2 black aces, and you lose them facing up in the middle of the facing down deck and square up the cards. Now at this point you have to show the spectator that the 2 black aces are still in the middle, and as you're spreading the cards, don't flash the 2 red ones. Okay, so you spread the cards, and you show that the 2 black aces are still in the middle of the pack. Now as you close the spread, you have to catch a break above the 2 black aces and the random card. Okay, so you have your break and square up the cards. Now here is the hard part. You have to perform a pass. So you can perform the classic pass, the Herman pass. In my performance I use a turnover pass, which would look like this. Okay, so now you have your facing up deck. Now you have to spread the cards to show that the 2 facing down cards in the middle of the pack sandwich the card, but there is no card in between them. Now you square up the cards and you put them facing down on the table, so this card covers the 2 black ones. Now you say to the spectator that you know how to fix the problem. You say that you told them that the 2 black ones will sandwich the card, and you reveal that you have here now the 2 red ones. To end the trick, you have to show that you have here now 3 cards, and you flip over the top and the bottom card, and you can reveal the middle card, the sandwich card, which just happens to be the 6 of spades, the selected card. So that's a trick. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to Great Taylor Zero. That's it. See you next time.